It is another episode of Colby Rebel live here tonight, Thursday night, and such a fun show in store for you. Can't wait to introduce my guest in just a minute or two. You know, I've seen him a lot last year, and he's been on the show a few times, and we've got so many exciting things to share with you tonight. So we're going to have a great episode. Just before I get started, let me know if you like that new intro song. Wasn't sure because I still really like the old one. But I like this one too, so let me know your thoughts on it. You can put them in the comments, and we'll see if we get a vote on it. But let's talk about a couple things coming up here, you guys. This Saturday in LA, I am doing SIP workshop. This is a spirit, intuition, psychic workshop. It is for the beginner. So if you want to just see if you've got that Scooby sense, kind of play with it, tune in a bit. This is just going to be a fun, safe day, which we get to explore, kind of help teach you what's going on. And we're going to just have a fabulous day. So grab a friend, partner, family member, and sign up and come and join me in LA this Saturday. It's going to be a full day workshop. So we have so much planned. Also coming up at the end of the month, you know, she was on the show last week. So excited to do this workshop with her, but past life regressionist Mira Kelly is coming to LA and teaching a workshop with me. This is just going to be for you, right? If you really want to focus and hone in on your soul purpose, what is that? What do you want to do? But you feel that there may be some blocks to it, right? We're going to have a two-part day in which Mira is going to take you through some past life exercises to help you release those blocks, kind of get through anything that's holding you back. And I'm going to help you hone in on that purpose. What can you do? How do you manifest that? So by the end of the day, you're going to leave with a much clearer purpose, clearer conscious, and truer understanding of your past, present, and future self. Okay. So it's going to be really fun. A couple other things just in the news here at the studio. We have Lisa Williams and I are doing our event August 16th. This is at the El Portal Theater, and it's in North Hollywood. I think the VIP tickets are selling out really quickly. So if you want that premium seating, you want that photo, that op, all of that good stuff, don't miss out. Grab your ticket. It's one night only that she's here. So it's going to be such an amazing night. And last but not least, we have our summit starting. I love the summit. This is my 4th year teaching the summit. 4th year. I've been a master teacher for 5 years. I can't even believe it. I bet Lisa can't believe it either. She's like, what was I thinking? But this is so fantastic. You know, we have a great time. 12-week program taught by Lisa herself. You choose a mentor in your area or whom you wish to travel to. I am honored and excited to be the mentor here in LA. And my class is filling up, but if you want to submit your application for consideration to the program, don't wait. There's not much time left to kind of sign up and join in, okay? So that's all your news and your updates, but how about we get started on our show tonight? Now, like I said, this guy, an amazing medium, incredible. But, you know, he's also such a good friend of mine. We spent a lot of time together. We spent a month together. Sometimes in small quarters, sometimes days on end. Sometimes he's like, I don't know what to do with you, Colby, but stop talking. And we made it through. We had a great time. We loved it. I mean, really, we loved it. I got to see this amazing personal side of him where you can tell his family is the most precious thing to him above all. His daughter, his fiance, lots of, it's all he talked about, right? And look at this one. And they did this. And look at this. And let's say hi to them here. So you can see that love, you can see that passion that's not just with spirit, but with those in the living as well for him. And so he also, we have something very special we want to share with you. And he's recently released these set of cards that we're going to go into. I don't want to spoil them for him, but we're going to go into them when we're on air. But let's go ahead and bring him on. Please welcome my friend, medium teacher, Rhys Wynn Davies. Hi there, Rhys.
Hello, Colby. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, I love it. You know, going to have you a million times. So, did you like the opening song?
I did. It's very cool.
We'll see. We'll see what the peeps will say, if the peeps like it or not.
Yeah.
So, how is everything? Go ahead. What?
Good.
What are you going to say?
I was going to say, maybe once they hear it once or twice, it'll catch on.
Yeah, there we go. We'll kind of see what they like. They get to make the decision, really. So anyhow, how is everything for you? Kind of busy. You're in Holland at the moment, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, been busy here. I'm looking forward to going to Canada soon in August. And then I come back to Holland for a little bit, and then I'm heading down under again.
Ah,
but on my way via Bali, doing a mediumship retreat there in Bali for a couple of days before I get into Bali. So Australia. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh,
it's good to go home.
Yeah, fantastic, though, huh? How exciting!
Yeah, I'm going to be in Australia probably till end of October.
Oh, wow. It's a good trip this time.
Yeah, before I come back again to Europe again.
Yeah.
For the Christmas.
Oh, good. Oh, well, that's really good. And we do appreciate you being here because I think it's a little bit after 2 in the morning for you. So, you know, yes. Always nice, but you're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, so that's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, you know, I want to talk about these cards that you made because, you know, I had the privilege of kind of seeing them firsthand when I was in Australia with you for our tour back in January, February. And yes. They were amazing, and you really worked on them, and now you've released them officially. But this is your mediumship deck, huh? It's the Rhys Wynn Davies, and it kind of helps people hone in on their own mediumship. So tell me what inspired this. Where did it come from? How did you do it? Share with us what these are about.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Well, basically, it's been about a 4-year process, and I wanted to kind of help people have a deeper connection with spirit faster and quicker. So I kind of came up with a bit of a concept or a method or a structure to which incorporates using the clairs that we have, and based on breaking the communication down into 4 structured points of communication. So one section of the cards covers the physicality aspect using all your clairs, so to try and identify someone on a physicality nature.
So I'm going to stop you for a second. For the general audience, because most of our listeners are like our average person as well, not just students. So when he talks about your clairs, everyone, he's talking about your senses, like that seeing, that hearing, that feeling. So that's what he's talking about. So I just want to help him out.
Yes,
Keep going, Rhys.
So this is about building a physical profile first, and then the cards then go into establishing personality and aspects that would identify someone in the spirit world on a personality nature. Then, of course, one of the big, the third section is about the purpose for communication and why communication would take place. And there's questions on these cards that are designed to invoke a beginner to an advanced medium to maybe go a bit deeper with the connection, and the questions are prompted to try and get the medium to be more evidential and bringing in more evidence or deeper connections of information that are prompted through these cards. And then the final section is about post-life evidence of what's happened since their loved one has died in spirit. Like, did they meet someone in spirit? And can you identify a name of that person? What are they aware of that's happened, or things that have happened in the person's life that's living since they've died? How was their funeral, their ceremony? How were their wills handled? So each section's got around 20 different cards. There's about 450 different questions in this deck of cards to prompt to ask spirit to just try and help build a deeper connection.
Yeah. So,
and the last,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say there's one last section which has also got 20 different types of causes of death to help a medium to maybe connect to different aspects of why someone could die or how they may have died. If they're a student, for example, and they've been just bringing in grandparents for a long time, some of these other cause of death cards that are also at the back of the deck, they just help push you out of your scope and to start referencing different types of death to build on a deeper communication.
Yeah, so the cards are definitely going to help students who are trying to develop and hone, and it's almost like flashcards, right? Little assignments you're giving them.
Absolutely. And there's over 100 images as well.
And where are they available? Like, how can someone purchase these cards for their own development?
Yes, so you can basically go to my website. There's a shop section on my website, so just rhyswyndavies.com/shop.
Perfect.
Or just Rhys Wynn Davies, and you can navigate it to there. So yeah, you can get them online. It takes about 9 to 14 days to get delivered anywhere in the world, and they're pretty at a reasonable cost, but it also includes postage. So, but it's definitely worthwhile.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're amazing. We got to use them a bit when we were there, and you could see the students really connect with them, and it really helped them kind of process the information differently and push themselves outside of what's naturally kind of comfortable, right? It's easy. You know, we get comfortable and we want to put our comfy clothes on, but sometimes you got to put the flashy pants or the flashy skirt on, and this kind of helps people kind of get and push themselves. And really, you do. They did get that deeper detail using these cards. So they're fabulous. Absolutely. So much thought went into them, a lot of effort. So you should be very, very proud of yourself.
Thank you. And the great thing, too, is you can actually use them in a reading. So if you've got a client in front of you and you want to have a deeper connection, you can just get your client to pick one card from each of the 4 sections, the 4 Ps I've called the method of how these cards work.
Yeah.
And it can help you build a deeper connection to and build a deeper profile to the person that you're communicating with. So I've had lots of good feedback so far.
Yeah, you should. I mean, they're, like I said, they're incredible. So well done. Well done. And we've got guys, there's a lot of callers in queue too. We're going to get to you guys. We promise. We're going to take a few calls. But, you know, we really, we had a great time last year, didn't we?
Oh, we did. We did.
Yeah. And I think we did a lot. We explored a lot. We got to play a lot. Got to hold a koala and so many fun things. Yeah, pet a kangaroo. Fed a kangaroo. It was so much fun. And so with the help of our dear friend Sue Williams and Ibiza, we're going to do it again, huh?
Absolutely. Bring it on.
You know, I'll tell you what, for anybody out there, think about that, you know, in this line of work or any line of work, to be able to have someone that you trust as a colleague work side by side on. I mean, there are days and days and days. Rhys and I were side by side, hours on end, working, teaching, connecting, talking, and it was just an amazing journey. I was so grateful and appreciative to you and your gentle spirit. And so I'm really, really excited to do this again. And Sue is just fabulous. Sue's from Ibiza, and she's just fabulous at organizing all this for us. So we're going to have a blast. But there's how about we play them a little video that we put together?
Sounds pretty good.
All right, I'll see you on the other side of the video. Hang in there. Everybody watch this video and see what we're going to be up to here. fabulous time again. So, you excited, Rhys?
Oh, look, I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. You were great to work with when you were here with us, but earlier in the year, and you bring so much light and joy and entertainment as well. I mean, and that's a challenge when you have to get in front of a live audience. You also have to be entertaining as well, don't you?
Yeah.
And you just bring such a lovely balance. It's amazing, really, because we never worked with each other before.
No.
And we kind of took a gamble, didn't we?
We did.
And it paid off. And it was absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun, and made a lot of new friends as well.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it is a gamble, right? It is, because we did not know each other. And I'm like, are you sure you want me to come like a whole month? Are you sure? Because I can't even keep a date that long. Are you sure? But no, you did. We had a blast, and we met how many amazing people along our way. And I do hope they come back. I mean, I'm hoping they come back and take the next workshop, and we get more, because so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're doing a little bit more as well on this next journey as well. Sue's been amazing to even get us to work in other areas like Byron Bay, that are northern rivers of New South Wales, and it's absolutely beautiful and pristine and beautiful surf, and they're just magical areas to be able to meet people from there, but also to spend some time there too, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just wonderful.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a blast. It's gonna be a journey, but we're gonna release all the dates over the next few months. Once we have everything kind of confirmed, we're gonna release dates, share it, let people know how they can sign up and join, and it's, I can't wait for it. I cannot wait. I can't wait. So it's gonna be very exciting.
So, and it's tentatively planned between mid-February to mid-March.
That's right.
So but we'll get the dates to you from Sue as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I just thought to myself, just sitting here in this moment, as you mentioned you were going to Bali. So we end this tour right around the 16th, 17th of March. Well, my birthday is March 21st, and I thought, well, maybe I should jet over to Bali on my way home and spend my birthday in Bali.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's I think about 6 hours from Brisbane, or about 8 hours from Melbourne, around that kind of time. So it's definitely doable. It's definitely on the way home.
Oh, so we'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun, but anyhow, it's going to be great, and a lot of effort that we'll put into it, and I'm pretty sure it'll be another success. So how about we take some callers? You want to take some callers on air with me?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So just a couple things, you guys. Rhys is in Holland, okay? So we're over the internet, Holland, and so what I want you to do is speak a little louder. It's really important. If you get through, you got to make sure those external noises are off, especially tonight. So important. If there's any static or feedback, we're going to have to drop your call. We can't even wait, just because of the way the system will work this evening, okay? So help us out. I'm giving you fair warning. See how nice I'm going? I'm giving you fair warning before I name the area code of who it is. So just think to yourself, this could be me. Here's the idea. I know a lot of you go, oh, I didn't think I was going to get picked. I know. I hear you. However, if you're called in, you have a chance of getting picked. So let's just assume you're going to get picked, and let's prepare for it. Sound good? Have your question ready. If you want to talk to a spirit, let us know who it is so we can get in there. If it's a psychic question, let us know. If it's a development question, maybe about your own mediumship, let us know. We're going to open up the call lines. It is a lot here, so let us get started. How about, and if you've gotten through recently, please hang up. Let's let someone new get in. Let's play fair and square here, okay? How about we do, how about number 1530? Okay, here you go, 530. You are on the air with Rhys and Colby. Who is this?
This is Christy.
Hi, Christy. How you doing? Well, Christy, you get a gold star for being a good student.
Thank you. I was hoping to hear from my son.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, Rhys, so Christy would like to hear from her son. So did you want to go first, or do you want me to go in? How would you like to do it?
No, that's okay. So I just feel like this lovely boy just wants to say, I feel there's a bit of remorse around him, about not being able to say goodbye properly to you, or having the chance to say goodbye the way he wanted to. It's almost like my body lets me down, and there's things that needed to be said. So there seems to be a bit of that remorse around that. He just wishes if he could live his life differently with what he knows now, he would. And that's the feeling that I get. He seems very, very proud of you, and acknowledges that as well. And he just wishes he just had that time with you. Does that make sense to you so far?
Yes.
Aww.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I just feel like there's almost like, whether it's just been, but it feels like I wanted to talk about his influence on me anyway, is about whether there's a celebration that had been about him, but it's been, no, it's past, so it might have been a bit more a month or two ago. Would that make any sense to do with him?
A celebration for him?
Yeah, like about his birthday, or around the birthday that would have been, but recently. Does that make any sense to you?
His birthday was in September, so I'm not sure.
Is there another birthday or anniversary of a passing or anything like that, Christy, that you can think of that would have been in the last month or two, or coming up in the next month or two, within this time frame?
Maybe Mother's Day.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. But I just know that he's very remorseful and sends his love to you, and he's saying that not to feel guilty that you couldn't have done enough, and that's really important.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I feel like with him too, like, here's the kind of, I almost feel like there's a little bit, how do I say this? I mean mama's boy, but I mean it in such a loving way. Like, I really feel like he wanted to protect you. He makes me feel like he cared about you. Like, he gives me that sense where you got to see this softer side of him that maybe not everybody else got to see. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And
yes.
I feel like with you, like, I think he could be that little boy again. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what I think other people, he had to, like, be the man.
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah. And I think you know, he wouldn't be afraid to cry in front of you. He wouldn't be afraid to tell you he loves you. And I get the feeling with him, there was a sense too. I kind of got that same sense with Rhys a bit, where there's maybe a battle with him or something, a personal battle that you can see him trying to overcome himself. Would you understand that connection there?
Very much.
Okay, and would you also understand, would there be a connection to substance abuse? If it's a no, you give me a no, honey. But does that also resonate? Okay, because he keeps trying, there's an in and out. So I think that this isn't, like, I feel like he would try to get straight up or get good, and then he'd kind of fall into the wrong crowd again, or fall into that sensitivity spot again. You understand that?
Yes, drinking.
Yeah, and I think there's just a side to him where I feel like he doesn't want you to forget that baby boy in him. And that baby boy that could get whatever he wanted. I mean, let's just be truthful about it. You know he could do that.
Yes. His girlfriend just got married this last weekend, and I was just thinking if it was bothering him.
That's the celebration. Remember, we said a celebration or an anniversary.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
See.
Yep.
And also, would there be like a particularly messages on the phone that you would? He tells me he hears his voice being played back or listened to on the phone, and there's tears on the pillow. So he says you might often listen or hear his voice being played back. Would that make sense that you would do that since he's passed? Yes.
I just listened to the recording of his voice yesterday.
See?
Yeah, because he tells me you do this, you see. And I also want to sleep in a T-shirt of his that you've gone to bed in and slept in, and he tells me that you do this as well. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's with you, love. He's with you.
Yeah.
You know?
He's absolutely with you. And I'm kind of curious, Christy, would there be a connection to like a George or a John, like a Ja sound name that could be someone in the living or in spirit, or a middle name? It makes me feel like he's bringing this name in. Does that resonate for you? Can you connect that to someone?
I can't connect that right now.
John. I feel like there's a John, like a middle name John, something John, Michael John, something John. No? You sure?
My sister's husband died, who might be over there with him. His name is John.
Okay.
I don't know.
I know, Christy. We love people like you. We really do. You're our favorite kind. That little. Well, it could be the celebration of the wedding. Could be the other guy, John. I do believe he's letting us know he's with John, honey.
Oh.
Yes, and one thing too. And we'll let you go. But I know you're thinking of that wedding and thinking it was supposed to be your son at that wedding, and you know, and he's saying, "Mom, I know, but I want you to know that I'm happy for her, and I want you to know that I want her to be happy, and I want her to be with who she loves." And I couldn't get it quite together enough to make this happen, but you'd let her know I love her with all my heart, but I love you with all my heart, and trust me, I'm happy for her. I want her to be happy. I want you to be happy, and just know, I know this was painful for you, that I know it's hard for you that you're saying, "Hey, I want to see my son. I want to see my son get married. This should be him up there. This should be his moment." But I want you to know he was there, and it really is the moment of love, and just to kind of honor and cherish that, honey. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, Colby.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You helped me.
Yeah, and we love you so much. And Rhys, give her lots of love here. She needs some love.
Absolutely. Yeah. Please know that he's not gone, and he wants you to know that he remembers that you are holding his shirt and sleep with his shirt.
Yeah.
And also the listening to the voice and playing back the voice. He's saying, I'm not there now, Mum. I'm always in your heart. I'm always in your mind.
You don't have his shoe, do you? Sorry, Rhys. Do you have a shoe of his? Are you holding a shoe, a baby shoes?
I'm not holding it, but I have his boots, from his work boots.
He's letting us know. He's letting us know you've got his shoes.
I do.
And you know what they say? These boots are made for walking, right, Rhys?
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to also reference whether there's any connection to seeing like a green hummingbird with him, or and whether that means anything to you. And I got like the infinity tattoo, or his name being tattooed on. So, and whether that's significant as well. Does that make any?
No, I don't have any tattoos of him.
All right. Well, what we'll do is we're going to leave that with you. So, because we got a ton of callers and 10 minutes left.
Okay.
But Christy, do me a favor, honey. Think of that infinity. Do you know what it looks like? The infinity sign?
Yeah.
So look at the infinity sign and think of a hummingbird, because you may see a hummingbird and know that's from him. But if it resonates and connects either for you or the girlfriend, right? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments for us so that we can go ahead and share it with Rhys later, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you, Rhys. Thank you, Colby.
Yes, you're welcome.
Love to you.
Bye, honey.
Bye. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
My pleasure. Thank you. Bye.
Those are hard, right? When you kind of see where they could be and where they are. And I love how you kind of reminded her that he's always around her and he's still there with her, So important. All right. How about we take another caller here? How about we do, how about number 12562? Hey, 562, you're on the air with Rhys and Colby. Who is this?
Hello, my name is Yvonne.
Hey, Yvonne, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Do you have a question for us tonight?
I do. I wanted to get connected with my stepfather.
Oh, okay, perfect. Rhys, she wants to connect with her stepfather, who's like a dad to you, though, isn't he, honey?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I felt a bit of this lovely man wants to acknowledge that he's so grateful to talk to you, but I feel that he may have not been well for some time and didn't keep, and I felt like he knew he wasn't quite right but didn't do anything about it, and when he did do something about it, there's issues that they're catching up with him, because he seems, if I'd done something sooner, I may have had more time with the people that I love, and I feel like I'm unwell with him. Would that make sense about how he would feel about that to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's saying, don't remember the man you saw. Don't remember me that way physically. I just feel like I've particularly got maybe issues in my lower upper stomach area or in my stomach. But he's saying if I'd done something sooner, I may have had more time with you and the people that I love. He also wants to acknowledge, I wish I said that I loved you more, even though I think this man was very kind and very generous with his time when he had it. I want a question from him about whether there's been thoughts of a shirt being made into a pillow, or a pillow that's been made out of a T-shirt. One shirt that seems to stand out too is a burgundy kind of fleecy flannelette shirt that the boys would wear in the winter. But I feel there may be a connection to this. Does that make any sense to you that he would want to share that with you right now?
It doesn't, but maybe because Father's Day, I don't know if his son is doing something for his dad.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Just have a think about it. And also, is there anything to do with you pulling out some cards or some old Father's Day cards, or even still putting one out there for him in thought, or that you would do that to honour him?
Yes, well, I have his memorial up.
Oh,
that's sweet.
I keep hearing, I don't know if you call, like, I just tell you what I hear unless it's someone in the living, but I keep hearing Poppy, Pappy, or Pappy. I don't know. Does someone have that as a nickname that you would recognize, honey, in the living or in spirit, Yvonne? Like Poppy, Pappy, something like that is what I keep hearing.
Puppy, it sounds familiar. Maybe my uncle, he is up there.
Okay.
With them.
Okay, because I feel like there's an acknowledgement. There's an acknowledgement there. Would you also understand with your stepdad? Like, I feel like he would have been with you for a long period of your life. Does that make sense? It doesn't feel like it's the end part. Like, he was with there, because he really comes forward as your dad. He doesn't really come forward as he's not acknowledging the word step in here. Do you see what I'm saying? So he's really, he's making me feel like you're his little girl.
Yeah, well, I'm 29, and he was in my life for 20 years.
Yeah,
so,
see, you were a little girl, right? Because I keep even seeing you with pigtails, so I know you would have had your little hair and your little pigtails. And he gives me that feeling of just you being like his little princess. You know, I do feel like you're a bit of his princess. And he's also showing me a cross as well. So you would understand a connection to either him wearing a cross or having a connection in that way. That makes sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you also understand you wear a cross as well? Or is that right? Is that correct? That you have one as well? Or that you keep doing the cross sign when you pray to him? Or I feel like you keep praying to him.
Yeah, actually, I do wear a cross necklace that my grandmother has given me.
Okay. All right. Because I know there's an acknowledgement there as well. And I do feel like there's a sense where he's been around you a lot lately. So you may even been feeling those like chills in the back of you.
Yes, all the time.
That's just him letting him know that he is around. He was a bigger guy though. Am I right? Like maybe a bigger belly? Or, is that right?
He was actually very buff.
Yeah, he makes me, because you if you watch the video back, you'll see what I do with my arms. He makes me feel like he's, you know, a little bit like makes me feel very proud of this.
He was husky.
Yeah, no, well, he doesn't use the word husky. He's strong. And I think he would flaunt that. You know, one other thing too, and then I'll let Rhys chime in here too. You know, I'm being drawn to a heart issue. Do you know if he would it make sense that he either had a heart attack or a heart issue connected to him as well? Would you understand that, honey?
We still don't know, but that is what they were leaning towards.
Okay. Well, I do feel like maybe that's just letting you kind of know what he had experienced, so that you're aware of what happened. So maybe you guys can have a peace around that, right? You don't have to worry if there's a struggle, if he's in pain. Like, you can understand that there's a peace around that. So that's probably why he wants to share that with you, sweetheart. Okay. Rhys, any final thoughts to go with our beautiful Yvonne here and her stepdad?
Yeah, I just feel like he wants to acknowledge that there's so much love there.
Mm-hmm.
I think really, like you were saying, Colby, he makes me feel like I loved you like you were my own.
Yeah.
Not only did I get to be with Mum, but I got to have you as well. And I think the love is just shared equally there. I felt he worked hard too, or laboured really hard, even may have had his own business for a while. He seemed to be proud about being his own boss. That's the feeling. Yvonne, does that make sense that he worked for himself? I felt like he even may have had a connection to a farmland area when he was younger, or worked on the land. There seemed to be a connection there. And I feel like he could do anything or build anything. He makes me feel like he may have left the house unfinished, or a house, or maybe unpainted, but it may have been finished after he's passed. So would that make any sense about unfinished work around the home at all?
It does in another sense of form, but yes, I understand.
But you understand it, yeah. He also, real quick, do you know either the name Juan or Julio? Is that connected to someone in the family as well, Yvonne? Do you know that I feel like it starts with a J is what I keep getting, but Juan or Julio, J-U, something like that?
His name was Jimmy.
Ah, got it. Okay, got it. Thank you. It's not exactly Juan, but I see the J, what he's doing. But he keeps making me feel like he liked to dance, too. I feel like he either liked his music or he liked his dancing. Would you understand that? Like a goofball. He's a bit of a goofball. You understand that? All right. He's silly. And real quick, I don't know if it's... again, kind of like Rhys with the earlier caller, I think we have a birthday here or a celebration as well. You can understand that? Because happy birthday, Felice. Go ahead.
His birthday is on the 24th.
Okay. I do believe either you're planning a celebration. I don't know if it was releasing balloons, but it keeps letting me know that there's a celebration, okay? And he wants to let you know that he'll be right there with you guys. But don't put too many candles on the cake. He doesn't like to show how old he is. So there you go, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Colby.
You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. Have a wonderful night, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All the best.
Yeah, it's fun, Rhys, huh? That, and don't you love, those, just the fact that you could just feel how much love he has for her, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and being a dad now, I can totally understand that.
Yeah, it's so much fun. You want to take care of your baby girl, right?
Yeah,
all right, so we have time for one more caller. Have to be a little quicker on this one. We just have a couple minutes left, but we can squeeze one more in that's a little quicker. So how about we do number 6 here, 626. Here we go. 626, you're on the air with Rhys and Colby. Who is this?
Hi, my name's Elise.
Hi, Elise. How you doing?
Who is this?
Colby.
Yes. Oh, hi. Colby, hi.
Yes, it's the Colby Rebel Live show, honey, Elise.
Yeah. Hi, Colby. Hi, Rhys.
What can we do for you tonight, honey?
Well, I have kind of a cut and dry psychic question, and then my dad, who's in spirit, has been following what's going on with me, and it's I've been compromised health-wise for the last year and almost a half.
Lisa, I was just going to go into your health. I was just going to talk about it, but go ahead. What's your question, sweetheart, just for time's sake?
Okay, for time's sake, it's just about I've been with a certain doctor for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so stop for a second. Shh. Let's just do this because this one, it already started to come in, and then Rhys, you're going to talk to Dad for her. But at least here's the thing, the health issue, because I feel like the health issue isn't getting, first of all, I'm not a doctor and I'm not diagnosing. So we've got that clear, right? But here's the thing. I feel like this health thing is not getting better. In fact, it's almost feel like it's weakening. Do you know what I mean? Your system feels like it's weakening because it's so tired from trying to hold the strength or the energy. The doctor, to me, honestly, I feel like this doctor doesn't have enough passion about what they're doing. So I don't think that there's enough curiosity. Like, I think if someone were really looking at it, and maybe someone with fresh eyes, as we used to say in accounting, they're going to see how things are interacting with one another. And I feel like they're going to see something else that's happening and be able to give you a prescription or a modification that you'll see some improvement on, because I feel like it's really starting to impact you physically. Do you understand? Like, your joints are getting sore or your body's getting sore. It's going right through all those joints. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you having numbness, like either in your feet or your hands, or is there also numbness or tingling, something like that as well?
Yes, it's in the middle part of my body from an operation I just had.
Yeah, I just feel like for me, I know you're loyal and you really care and you really feel like, well, I've been so long on this with this physician, but I honestly just feel like they've gone, sometimes someone's gone as far as they can with you, and you need to kind of find someone at that next tier, that next step. I feel like if you do that, that's going to open it up for you. I think just it's even going to give you hope, which I think you could just use at this point in time in your life, because, it just feels like this is just too heavy. It's too heavy on you and you're too tired of carrying it. And I feel like this other physician, I do believe will be able to offer some assistance. All right, Rhys, you got like 2 minutes here. What's Dad have to say about it all?
I also want to just quickly say too about maybe look into footwear, and if you wear high heel shoes, you're going to put more pressure on your spine, on your bones, and put more pressure on your body. So it's really good to kind of maybe talk to someone who's a specialist in the feet aspect to help take some extra pressure and weight off your skeletal system. So even a chiropractor or someone who's a professional in the foot area would help. Maybe consider that too.
Okay, but what's Dad have to say? Because we got to my video is going to cut off. So what's Dad have to say? She wants to know.
So no pressure. So your dad, anyway, is I think he's a lovely man. I also feel like when he passed, it seems it may have been a little bit sudden. I feel I'm in the chest area with him. I feel like I might be even close to home or near where I live. And he's sorry because I feel like there's some people he doesn't get to say goodbye to properly. Does that make any sense around his passing to you at this moment in time?
Well, his passing was at home, and so when he was passing, he couldn't talk. So he didn't have a chance to say anything then. Yeah.
So I feel he's really remorseful about not being able to say goodbye properly. I do want to talk about scribbled notes, or maybe some notes I left behind. He seems to be a very proud man, a man who has got a lot of love for you, but I feel he's just remorseful about not being able to say goodbye properly, Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, we had some words, just a few words. He passed.
And he wants to thank you for caring for him or being there for his aid. And he was a humble man. He didn't want people fussing over him. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
But he really wants to thank you. It's one of the greatest things you can do in life, to be there and help someone cross over. So I feel from him in spirit he wants to acknowledge that you took away his fear of dying. Now, this is where we get confused, because there's a John. He may be with a John in spirit that's related to him. Does that make sense, even though we've had a John on the show earlier?
There's a John from my husband's family that has passed on before my dad.
Okay. And I also feel I want to say Robert or Bob, or Robert who's a Bob, or Uncle Bob. Does that ring true at all?
No, I can't recall an Uncle Bob or a Bob name.
Is there I'd love to keep going with the evidence, but we gotta go. So any message you want to give? A 10-second message. That's it.
So please take his love. Please take his love. And I do feel his wallet might still be kept with everything in there that hasn't been touched. There's a bit more evidence. He loves you. Please give his love to everyone in the family. Okay?
Oh, there you go, Elise. I hope that helps, honey.
Thanks both of you so much. Have fun in 2020.
Thank
Have
you.
fun.
Lots of love to you. Lots of love from Dad.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Sorry, Rhys. I know we could go on and on, but there's another show right after us, so that's why we're going to get booted out of the studio here. But I do want to thank you.
It's 2 in the morning here. I'm a bit slow.
Well, I want to just thank you so much for being here, for staying up so late, for the beautiful connections and helping everyone tonight. And
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I can't wait to see you. And that was the music telling us to go. So it's kind of like we're at the Oscars getting our acceptance speech, and the producer's like, stop talking. So there we go. Follow Rhys, everybody. I'll see you soon, Rhys. Lots of love.
Care. See you soon.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye. Bye.